Okay, students, so let's get started. Today's topic is number system. Hope you are able to see the screen and hope you are able to get my voice also. One of you please confirm in the chat box or unmute and tell me. Yeah, Farhan, Harish, thank you. So let's go forward now. Let's go forward now. Let's go forward. Uh, So what all we will discuss under this chapter is types of numbers, face value, place value, divisibility rules, and unit digit. So a system in which we study the types of numbers, their rules and relationship governed by them is known as number system. Okay, so nobody is going to ask you any definition, but generally try to know what it is. So natural numbers, okay, so usually you start with one. Counting numbers starting from one and they are represented as n. So this is natural numbers, so 1 to positive infinity. And whole numbers, if I include 0, it becomes whole numbers. And okay, from 0 to positive infinity. Integers, all positive and negative whole numbers including 0. So how do you write it? Minus infinity to plus infinity including 0. So minus 4, minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, then 1, 2, 3, 4, then infinite. So hope you have clarity. What is a natural number? What is a whole number? What is integer? Most of you already know it. It is not that you are hearing for the first time, but it is generally a refresh before you attempt any competitive exam. So because questions can be based on numbers, they might give in a question that numbers are integers or numbers are whole numbers or numbers are natural numbers. So you need to understand what is a natural number, what is a whole number, what is an integer. One or two examples we will do. So why emphasis is on knowing natural numbers, whole numbers, integers. And all of them are also called as rational numbers. All of them are requested. Okay, so all of them are also called as rational numbers. Right. Then if you look at it, real numbers and okay, so rational numbers, irrational numbers are put together. They are called real numbers. Okay, so rational numbers is what we are discussing. So let's try to understand a little bit more. So all numbers from 1, 2, 3, 4, counting numbers, okay, and then whole numbers including 0, integers, okay, so minus infinity plus infinity. And please remember, fraction is also a rational number. Fraction is also a rational number. Then what are irrational numbers? Say, for example, irrational numbers are pi or root 2, root 3. Okay, so why they are irrational? Let's discuss this now. So we have certain points. So rational numbers, numbers that can be expressed as a fraction of two integers. Numbers that can be expressed as a fraction of two numbers, integers a by b, where b not equal to 0. What happens if b is equal to 0? Can anybody tell me? A by b and b equals 0. So what do you say? Any number divided by 0. Generally asked as interview question. Yeah, Vaishnavi, superb. Okay. So students generally say infinity. Better word than infinity is undefined. Yeah, Harish, absolutely true. Generally, out of the blue, they might ask a question in the interview. If I try to divide a number by 0, how do you define it? Okay, you say undefined. 0 by any number is 0. So that clarity you have. So numbers that can be expressed as a fraction of two integers is rational numbers. So 2 by 3, 7 by 8, they are rational numbers. So if you look at irrational numbers, numbers that cannot be expressed as a fraction or as a ratio of two integers, in decimal form, they are non-repeating and non-terminating. Non-repeating, they don't repeat. Say for example, here rational number is repeating. 0.45454545 is a repetition. Non-repeating, they don't repeat, and non-terminate, they don't end also. Those are irrational numbers. So example, root 2, 1.41421, okay, it goes on and on. Similarly, pi also goes on and on. Okay, so both of them put together, if I have to put both of them, then it becomes a real numbers. Combination of rational and irrational numbers, we call them as real numbers. So first of all, understand what are rational numbers. Natural numbers, whole numbers, integers, they are called rational. And irrational numbers are pi, any of the root 2, root 3, root 10. When numbers are non-terminating, non-repeating, they become irrational. And real numbers that include both rational and irrational numbers, rational numbers such as and irrational numbers. Imaginary number, square root of a negative number, usually the square root of -1. Okay, any square root, a negative square root, if I try to find out, it becomes an imaginary number. Both real number and imaginary number is called complex number. So this is how the complex number is defined. So you have an imaginary number. I is okay denoted as an imaginary number. The real part plus imaginary part. Okay, so this will give as a summary. All of them are in one slide. If you want to take a screenshot of this, you can take it. Any which ways I will share the PDF. Any which ways I can share the PDF. So you have natural numbers, whole numbers, integers, all of them are rational. Rational, irrational put together, they are real numbers. And real numbers and imaginary numbers put together, they are called complex numbers. What is an imaginary number? When I try to find out -1 under root, it becomes imaginary. Okay, so blue color is complex numbers. It includes real and imaginary. Within yellow is a real number. So why so much of discussion? Okay, so because you might get a question like this in the exam. So please try to understand this now. So here certain words are there which you have to understand. First of all, understand what is the meaning of distinct. Then what is the meaning of integer, numbered from 1 to 12. What is possible smallest value for P by Q plus R by S? You have A, B, C, D. You have to choose the right one. Anybody is trying to do this question? What is the meaning of distinct? Aisha says it is C choice. Others also can try. But what is the meaning? Yeah, Aisha, you say it is different. Yeah, distinct means not same. In other words, different. In other words, you can call it as different. Distinct numbers, they are unique. They are not same. So 1 to 12, I can't repeat it. I have to assign values PQRS, unique values, not the same number. What is the possible smallest value for P by Q plus R by S? So these are the type of questions which are given by companies. So why do you think companies choose these type of questions? So here there are no formulas. Any student who has understanding of English language and little knowledge of numbers and fractions will be able to do this. No background knowledge is required. So P by Q is a fraction. Whatever 10th class maths you have, maths up to 10th class, definitely that can help you to solve this question. P by Q plus R by S, say fraction. When you are looking at a fraction and I want smallest value, so fraction is, for example, A by B. If I'm targeting smallest value, numerator should be as low as possible, denominator as high as possible. This will give me small value. So based on the logic, I will write P by Q 1 by 12. That gives me the small value. P is 1. I can use numbers from 1 to 12 and unique values. So 1 by 12, least is 1, highest is 12. Next. So again, 2 is the smallest. And what is that? 11. Okay. So if I'm looking at this, my answer could be 1 by 12 or 2 by 11. It is a choice. But I should also think that there could be a chance. What if I swap 1 by 11 plus 2 by 12? So which one will give me the least value? So this is same as C choice. 1 by 11, 2 by 12. So obviously I can eliminate choice D. Why I'm eliminating choice D? Can anybody tell me? Why choice D can be eliminated? Anybody can tell. Use unmute and tell me. Yeah, Santosh Pawan, Vaishnavi, we are not using highest. Okay, perfect. So here a repetition, 1 and 1 I cannot use. They have to be distinct. I can eliminate B choice also. Why? Because I can have a lower number than 9. I can always have a lower number than 9. Why go for 9? So because I'm looking at smallest value, my number can be less than 9. So two choices are eliminated, either A or C. So now quickly, what do I do? LCM is 121. Is it 121 or 132? 11 into 12. 11 to is 22, 2. Okay. And say 132. So 12 will go 11 times. 11 will go 12 times. 12 twos are 24. Or if I take LCM again, 132. 11 will go 12 times. 12 will go 11 times. 11 twos 22. Now looking at the numerator, it is 25 by 130. Sorry, 35 by 130. 35 by 132. Or this will be what? 34 by 132. So which one will give me the small value? Definitely the one which has numerator less. So 1 by 11 plus 2 by 12. So my answer is C choice. Got it? See now, there is so much of thinking in this question. So IT companies want students who can think on their own. So this comes through little practice. So if you don't have right now those thinking skills, not to worry. So start practicing aptitude, reasoning, or puzzles, or anything related to logic. Okay, so that way you start building thinking skills in you. Today you might not have, but with 1 month practice, 2 months practice, definitely you will gain your thinking skills. So are we done with this, everybody? Try this. Try to understand the question first. No, Simran, I can't do like that, Simran. Okay, 8:15 is the time, so we'll start at 8:15 because other students will lose the momentum. So please try this 8 plus 88 plus 888 plus 48. There are 21 8 digits in the last term of the series. Find the last 3 digits of the sum. You need to understand the question first. You need to understand the question. Aisha, at least you are trying to attempt it and you were able to get some answer. I appreciate that. But there could be one digit might be, okay, some error. So try to recalculate. At least you are on the right track. So your ability to understand the question, your ability, 8 plus 88 plus 8, okay, triple eight, there are 21 8 digits in the last term of the series. Say I have 8, then I have to add what? 88, then I have to add a triple eight, then I have to add four eights, and it will go on up to there are 21 8 digits in the last term of the series. Say in the last term, what is that I am going to write? 21 eighths I am going to write. 21 eighths I am going to write. So he is asking you to find out what? The last three digits. The last three digits. So what is the logic? How to get the unit value first? How many eights are there in the unit place? How many eights are there in the unit place? Aisha, you are perfectly all right. 21 eights will be there in the unit place because the last row has 21 eights. So this is my first row. This is my first row, 1 8. This is my second row, which has 2 8. This is my third row, which has 3 8. So 21st row will have how many eights? 21 eights, right? So I have this 8 into 1, 8 twos are 16. So what do I do now? I put 8 here and I carry the 6
అవును తక్కువ సౌండ్ ఎక్కువ
to
పెట్టుకోవాలి.
the tens place. I carry 16 to the tens place. So now let's deal with hundreds. So when it comes to hundreds, how many eights are there in hundreds place? So if I look at it, 180 short. 180 short means 28 multiplied by 8. So this is 160. What is that I have to do? Add the carry forward. 16 is added back, 176. So I will write 6 here and then move on to hundreds place and write how much? 17 there. Oh, so this is about tens place. Huh? Let me just remove this and write it as tens place. Units, tens. Now comes hundreds. Now comes hundreds. Again, 1 8 will be short. That is, first units place 21 eights, tens has 28s, hundreds has 19 and multiply it. So here it is 160. So obviously it is going to be 152. 8, 8, 8 difference plus 17. So what is the unit place I am getting now? 2 plus 7, 9. So rest of the things are not required for me. I will just write it 9 and say this is my answer. Yeah, Sai Varun, you are right. Yeah, 19 eighths, 20 eighths, 21 eighths like that. All this requires only logical thinking. It is not that you don't know about additions. You already know how to add. But understanding the question, what is that examiner trying to tell you? Okay, understanding that and putting in the form of addition and logically thinking in units place how many eights will be there, in tens place how many eights, in hundreds place how many eights, and taking care of the carry forwards. And taking care of the carry forwards. So I did not reveal you the answers because once I show you the answers, you start guessing the answers. So are you able to understand the number system is very, very important from the perspective of IT companies? At least 2, 3 questions related to numbers will be there in the paper. Because when you join IT companies, okay, so sometimes you have to use the numbers, additions, multiplication, division. Okay. So depending on what code you are writing or what program you are, okay, sometimes basic maths is required. Just a second. So decimal number system. Okay, so you have ones, you ones is also called as units, tens, hundreds, thousand, 10,000, hundred. So similarly, 1/10 like that. And what is face value and the place value? What is face value? What is place value? So generally know it, we can't say, I mean, okay, whether they give it or not, not sure, but knowing is always better because in 5 seconds you can answer these type of questions. So what is face value? The face value of a digit is the digit itself. Face value of a digit is the digit itself. For example, 352 example. So face value for 3 is 3 only, 5 is 5 only, 2 is 2. But when it comes to place value, so here you need to understand what is the difference between face and place value. So 352. So 2 is in units place and 5 is in tens place, so its actual value is 50, and 3 is in hundreds place, so its actual value is 300. So that is the reason why we say 352. 352. So 2 is units place, 5 is 50, 3 is 100. Okay. So face value, what number do I see? That itself is place value. What is the value because of its position? Okay, so let's take 1 or 2 examples. Try this. Find the difference of place value and face value of 8 in 9,876. So I have throat infection, Sai Manideep. You are asking me to raise voice. Find the difference of place value. I think some of you are already giving the answer. Yeah, Farhan, and then Sai Varun, Aisha. It is okay, Simran. Yes, it is getting scrolled, so I might miss out some names. Varshini, perfect. So difference of place, you know, face value of 8 is 8 only. So if I have to just look at it, what is face value here? Face value is just 8. But what is place value? It is in hundreds. It is in hundreds. So it becomes 800. So now you have to find the difference. Now you have to find the difference. 800 minus 8 is 792. Got it? Yeah, just understanding. Okay, so we never know. Okay, so Sometimes if it appears as a question, you should be able to do it. Classification of numbers, even numbers, okay? And then you have odd numbers. Very important is prime numbers. A number which has two factors, one and itself, like 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, etc. These are prime numbers. It has only two factors, one and the number itself. So 15 prime numbers are there between 1 to 50 and 25 prime numbers totally 1 to 100. So sometimes it is good to know what are these 25 numbers, at least up to 100, if not more. So as soon as you look at a number less than 100, you should be able to tell whether it is a prime number or not a prime number. It takes a little while, maybe half an hour time you have to spend. Okay, so Google it out. Okay, or ChatGPT, 10 numbers, prime numbers less than 100. So just try to look at the numbers, no need to memorize. So composite number, a number which has more than two factors, 4, 6, 8, 9. Okay, it has more than, 1 is a factor for 4, 2 is a factor for 4, 4 itself is a factor. So three factors are there, hence it is composite number. So now you tell me is what about 1 then? Number 1. Is it a prime number or is it a composite number? Simran says prime. Others, Harish says prime. These are interview questions. Okay. So whenever I ask you something, so please give some importance to it. Yeah, Aisha Sultana says neither. Vamshi says prime. Yeah, Varun is giving more clarity. It's neither prime nor composite. Varshini Polisetti says composite. Neither prime nor composite. Yeah, so this is what the interviewer expects from you. It is neither prime nor composite. Why? Because a, a prime number has two factors. How many factors one has? Only one. It doesn't have two factors. It has only one factor. And what is composite number? It should have more than two factors. It should have more than, greater than two factors. Then you can classify it as composite number. So one doesn't have more than two factors. So it is not composite. And one doesn't have two factors. A number which has two factors, one and itself. Okay, it has only one factor, that is 1. So it doesn't qualify under prime number definition. It doesn't qualify under composite number definition. So we call it as neither prime nor composite. One is classified as it is not prime, it is not composite. So co-primes, if there are only one common divisor, that is, take any two numbers and what is common, okay, if it is only one, then they are called co-primes. And two consecutive numbers are always co-primes. Any pair of prime numbers, okay, are co-primes to each other. Because, okay, so you know prime number definition, divisible by 1 and itself. So any pair of prime numbers are co-primes and any two consecutive numbers are co-primes. Say for example 5 comma 6. So what is common divisible by 1? If I look at 7 comma 8, forget about even number or odd number, any two consecutive numbers are always co-primes. So 7, 8. So what is that number which is divisible if I have to divide 7 and 8? It is 1 only. Okay. So sometimes in a question they might ask it is co-prime. Okay, some questions for you. What is the smallest prime number? Put it in the chat box. Yeah, Sai Varun says 2, Simran says 2, Varshini, Haresh, Ashok Reddy. Perfect. All of you are right. What is the smallest composite number? Yeah, Sai Varun, Asif. Malla 2 anadamma. Somebody is saying 2 and 3. No. Small. Acha, you are giving answers for both. A, B key, you are giving 2, 3. No, in that case also it is wrong, no? So first question answer is 2, second question answer is 4. Smallest odd composite number. You have to think and answer. Smallest odd composite number. No. Is 5 composite? Sai Varun is right. Asif 5 hai prime number. Yeah, 9 is the number which is smallest and odd composite. It has more than 3 factors, composite number, more than 2, and it's an odd number. So, not 3, not 5, not 7, because they are all prime numbers. Is 1 prime or composite? We already discussed. Neither prime nor composite. So, your answers are A2, B4, C9, and D is neither prime nor composite. So, 2, 3 interview questions are there in this. Randomly, they might ask you, is 1 prime or composite? Which is the smallest prime number? Some students will say 1. Okay, it is not the smallest prime number. 2 is the smallest prime number. Smallest composite number is 4. Smallest odd composite number. Prime number test. If a number is not prime, then it must have at least 1 factor. So better we take a root of that number and we start dividing. We only need to check divisibility up to the square root of that number. Say, for example, find the square root of 41, approximately 6. So I have to check up to 6. Is 41 divisible by 2? Is 41 divisible by 3? Is 41 divisible by 4? Is 41 divisible by 5? If it is not divisible, then I will say it is prime number. So I will find the square root of that number. Approximately I can find it out. And from 2 to that number, I should start dividing and then I will know whether it is a prime number or not. Is 129 a prime number? Try to solve this. Is 129 a prime number? So first you take square root. Okay, not. Yeah, perfect. Okay, it is not a prime number. It is not a prime number. Yeah, Sai Varun, there is no particular definition what one is called. So it is the first counting number, or you can say it is the first positive integer. So there is no specific term, okay, to call one. Okay, so let's look at divisibility rules. Divisibility rule by 2, all of you know. So I'm not doing this. So you only check the unit place, whether it is an even number including 0. All even numbers are divisible by 2, or if the number has unit digit 2, 4, 6, 8 and 0. So divisibility by 3. If the sum of the digits of a number is divisible by 3, then the number is divisible by 3. Sum of the digits. Basically, you are taking care of the sum. So I will mail you any of PDF. You can go through them. Sum of the digits. 8 plus 9 plus 7, 24. So it is divisible by 3. So divisibility by 4, you check the last 2 digits. That is unit place and tens place. So here you will be checking what? You will be checking only the last 2 digits. 64. Is it divisible by 4? Yes. 4 ones are 4, 6 are 24. So entire number will be divisible by 4. And 5, units digit either 0 or 5. Number divisible by both 2 and 3. Okay, for 6. So factors for 6 are 2 and 3. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. So leaving 1, we have other factors 2 and 3. So it's a combination. I have to check for 2, I have to check for 3. What is 2? Check the unit place. What is 3? Sum of the digits. Okay. Uh, Try this and tell me what smallest number should be added to this so that the sum is completely divisible by 6. What smallest number should be added to this so that the sum is completely divisible by 6? Yeah, Simran is right. Asifia. Yeah, Varshini, Polisetti, Soumya. Good, good, good. Harish, Aisha. What smallest number? Okay, so I know my smallest numbers are 1, comma 2. 1 is my smallest number, 2 is my smallest number, 3 like that. So if I add 1, 4, 4, 5, 7, definitely not divisible by 6. Not divisible by 6. Why? Because unit place is 7. So if I add 2, 4, 4, 5, 6 plus 2, 4, 4, 5, 8, unit place is 8. So that means it is divisible by 2. So now I have to check divisibility by 3, sum of the digits. So 13 plus 8, okay, 21. So sum is 21. So that means it is very much divisible by 3. So quickly you start. What is the smallest number? Okay. So try to answer this question. Again, sometimes an interview, a random puzzle might be asked just to, okay, so if random questions are asked, so how do the student react? So are they nervous? Are they able to think on their own? Are they at least attempting the question? Yeah, I could see Asifya, Simran, Pradeep, Aisha gave different answer. Kadiri Chandana gave a different answer. Ashok Reddy, 100. Mohammad Farhan, Venkat Sai Manideep. Simran now corrected herself. Three cats can catch three rats. If three cats can catch three rats in 3 minutes, then 100 cats can catch 100 rats in how many minutes? So it is same as if, okay, three cats can catch three rats in 3 minutes. That means if one cat can catch, okay, so one rat, one cat can catch one rat. It is not 1 minute. Okay, so it takes 3 minutes. One cat can catch one rat in 3 minutes. So three cats can catch three rats in 3 minutes. So 100 cats. So catching time is same. 100 cats can catch. So each one of them is catching one rat only. And to catch one rat, okay, the cat is taking how many minutes? 3 minutes. So 100 cats can catch 100 rats in 3 minutes time only. Okay, so a little bit of logical thinking is required. Catching time is same. Catching time for a cat to catch a rat is 3 minutes. Catching time for a cat to catch a rat is 3 minutes. So one cat can catch a rat in 3 minutes time. So cats can catch three rats in 3 minutes time. And similarly, 100 cats can catch 100 rats in again same 3 minutes time. Okay, so sometimes it could be out of the blue in the interview. So practice is the hardest part of learning. So how many of you are practicing? That is what counts. Attending class is okay. So is one aspect, and practicing whatever notes you have, whatever books you have, whatever websites you have. Okay, so practice is the key. Material everywhere it is available. Only thing is you have to pull out some time to practice. So nowadays you can't complain about I don't have material. Material is okay, so it is available everywhere. Only thing is you need to have little time. Pull out some time to practice arithmetic reasoning questions and pull out some time to learn some synonyms, antonyms, fill in the blanks. So don't like neglect English language also. All IT companies, especially companies like okay, multinational presence, MNCs. Okay, they have branches spread across. Okay, so then they require English language. If you are aspiring to be part of a good company, then you need to work on your English language also. So good companies encourage, okay, or help support students who have good communication skills. So work on your English language also. Practice is the hardest part of learning. So how much practice you make. Okay, relevant sports has much relevance to practice. If you want to become a good batsman, okay, so just watching IPL matches or any matches on TV, will it help? To some extent, yes, but you have to get into the ground and practice. If you want to be a good bowler, okay, so you might get some clues or tips from, okay, watching videos, but actually you have to go out and practice. So practice is the key. Okay, so here also practice is the key. Attend classes and then start practicing also. So divisibility rule by 7. Let me take an example and explain here. Okay. So let's go with this example only 5691. 5691. Separate the last digit. What is the meaning of separate the last digit? I'm just drawing a line separating the one, that is units place. Last digit is units place. What is the next step? Double it. The next step is doubling it. So what is double of 1? 2. So we are done up to and subtract the result. And subtract the result. Hey, what happened?
Sir, the screen is visible.
Screen is visible, but whatever
Yes,
I
sir.
have written is gone. Okay, so students, please don't try to meddle with it. Oh, it has come back. I don't know. Okay. Okay. So minus. So what is this? And subtract the result from the rest of the number. I'm subtracting now. It becomes 5, 6, and 7. And after this, what? Repeat the process. What is the process? Go back. Separate the last. 7 is separated. Double it. Double means 7 double is 14. Now subtract. 6 minus 4, 2. 5 minus 1, 42. Now you see if the final result is 0 or a multiple of 7. So 42 is a multiple of 7. Then the original number is divisible by 7. Then the original number is divisible. Either I should get a 0 or multiple of 7 or multiple of 7. So let's take example. Say for example 10101. Now look at it. I'm explaining another one. So first step, separate the last. Then next, double it. And then third step, subtract. Three steps are there. Separate the last digit, second step double it, third step subtract, and then it is all repetition. So 10 minus 8, 10 minus 2 is what? 8. Okay, 1010 minus 2 is 1008. Now repeat the entire process. Separate, double it, subtract. Answer is 84. Now I can decide 84 is a of 7. Still, if I want to do one more step, separate and double it, subtract. I get 0. No need to get into negative values. No need to get into negative values. You should stop at the last positive value and see whether it is divisible by 7. You should stop at the last positive value. Don't get into negative values. If it is divisible by 7 or you get remainder as 0, then it is divisible, the number is divisible by 7. Three steps are there. So if somebody is writing it, please write it. Any which ways, I'm going to share you the PDF, but please write it so that you remember. At least three steps you write down. Okay, so let's go to the next part now. Divisibility rule by 8. You check the last three digits. You check only the last three digits. If they are divisible by 8, then. So similarly, for 9, it is sum of the digits. For 3 also sum of the digits. For 9 also sum of the digits. 10, okay, no need to discuss. Units place will be 0. And 11. So difference between sum of odd and even places. Sum of odd and even places, not numbers. Huh? Students generally get confused. Odd number, even number. No. They are places. Odd place, even place. Odd place, even place. Is 0 or divisible by, the number is divisible by 11. Say for example, if I have to know 1463. 1463. What is that I have to do? Sum of odd, first place, third place is 7. Okay, so this is my first place, this is my third place, this is odd. And this is my second place, this is my fourth place. Don't look at the numbers. Second place and fourth place, places. And 4 plus 3 is also 7. So the difference, 7 minus 7 is 0. That means it is very much divisible by 7. Got it? Alternate numbers also you can think. Sum of alternate numbers and take the difference. So try this one. 4578 is divisible by which of the following? I think some of you are giving me the answer. Is which of the following? Is it divisible by 5? Eliminate the choices. So how to approach this question? So is it divisible by 5? Definitely not. Is it divisible by 7? I have to work it out. Is it divisible by 6? So 2 and 3. So divisible by 2, yes. Is it divisible by 3 also? So 9 plus 7, okay, or 9 plus 50, which is 24, divisible by 3. So 6 is there, but I'm not sure whether it is divisible by. So what do I do? Quickly, I will do 8 will go 16 times. Okay, so separate, double it, and this will be 1, 4, 4. Again, separate, double it. Okay, so 2, it is 42. Yes, it is divisible by 7. So answer is, it is divisible by, okay, both. So answer is D choice. It is divisible by 7. It is also divisible by 6. Done? Okay, try this one. Check is divisible by 7 and 11. Is it divisible by 7? Is it divisible by 11? Okay, so you know the logic now. You can try it later also when I give you the PDF. So try this one. Okay, these are again a little bit of logical thinking. A 6-digit number is formed by repeating a 3-digit number. For example, 256, 256 or 678, 68. Any number of this form is always exactly divisible by any form of this 3-digit number. So I have to repeat the same 30, whatever be it, 102, 102. So here he said 256, again 256. Here he said 678 followed by 678. These are, okay, so now look at the alternate numbers. So you get a clue when it is alternate. You get a clue if it is alternate. So 2 plus 6, 8 plus 5, 13. Again, 5 plus 2, 7. 7 plus 6, 13. So 13 and 13, odd places 13, even places 13. Any number of this form will be like 1, 2, and 0. So 1 plus 2 plus 0. So here also 0 plus 1 plus 2, which is equal to 3, which is equal to 3. So always divisible by what? Okay, 11. You should also get the logic. Why it will be divisible by 11? Because alternate numbers, if I add, some will be both same. Odd places some, even places some will always be same. So hence they are divisible by 11. Yeah, Venkata Manideep, ఇది 3-digit number. Okay, so totally you should have 6 digits. You take any 3-digit number and repeat the same 3-digit number. Repeat the same 3-digit number. Say for example, 786. Again repeat it, 786. So first pick up randomly any 3-digit number and repeat the same 3-digit number. This number will always be divisible by 11. So you might ask why? Why means if you take alternate number 7, 6 and then 8. So I'm adding 7, 6, 8 in this case. And if I look at the other numbers 8, 7, 6. So it is 8. Sorry, it is 8 plus 7 plus 6. So both values will be same. Both values will be same. So 11 divisibility test. What is 11 divisibility test? I take the difference of odd places and even places. Either it should be divisible by 11 or the difference should be 0. So in this case, the difference will always be 0. In this case, the difference will always be 0. Okay, again, logical thinking question. So you might be thinking some questions are okay. So ఎందుకిట్లా ఇస్తారు అనేసి. This is where the student's logical thinking comes out. Step by step thinking, algorithmic thinking. So if you stay focused on the question, try to concentrate, you will get the answer. What is the number of digits in the smallest number consisting of only ones and zeros and divisible by 45? What is the number of digits? So should I have 9 numbers or 10 numbers or 12 numbers or 45 numbers? Okay, number should be only ones and zeros and it should be divisible by 45. So if it is to be divisible by 45, here you will start logical thinking. It should be divisible by 9. It should be divisible by 5. Agree or disagree? You people agree? If I have to divide a number by 45, it should be divisible by 9. Basically, I am finding the factors. 5 is a prime factor. So 3 into 3 also I can tell. Okay. So basically, it should be divisible by 3. It should also be divisible by 5. 9 is again split into 3 into 3. Got it? Okay. So if it has to be divisible by 5, so what is the logic you have? Unit place can be a 0 or 5. Unit place, if it is to be divisible by 5, unit place should be a 0 or 5. So here 5 is not possible because I can use numbers 1 to 0 only. Yeah, Aisha Sultana, I think you gave the answer. And what is the divisibility test for 9? Sum of the digits. Sum of digits. So when do I get sum of the digits? Can I get 1 plus 1? Okay. Or 1 plus 0. It is 1 only. 1 plus 1, 2. So not possible. 3, not possible. 4, not possible. 5, not possible. 6, 7, 8, 9. So I have 9 ones where sum is equal to 9. That means it is divisible by 9. I also have a 0. I also have a 0 which is divisible by 5. Okay. So why don't we take like this? So you gave Manideep 10, 10, 10, 10. Now what is the divisibility test by 9? Yeah. What is the divisibility? Don't look at divisibility test by 3 because 15 is divisible by, okay, for example, 15 is divisible by 3, but not by 9. Please understand this. 15 is divisible by 3 because it qualifies 5 plus 1 is equal to 6, but 15 is not divisible by 9. So sum of the digits should be equal to 9 or multiple of 9. So that is the reason why, Manideep, you cannot have. So if I add ones, whatever you have written, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, I find 2, 3, 4, 5 ones. Sum of ones is 5, which is not divisible by 9. So you can try out various numbers and see whether it is divisible by 45 or not. So basically two things should satisfy. One, the number should be divisible by 9. The other should be divisible by 5. 5 unit place is 0. 9 sum of the digits. And I can use only zeros and ones. Logical thinking now. Okay. So we will stop here. Tomorrow I will share the PDF because more questions are there in number system, which is very, very important chapter from the perspective of IT companies. So another 12 questions we will do tomorrow and then I will share the PDF. Okay, so you may leave the call now. Yeah, thank you, Manideep. Simran, thank you.